the most wonderful time of the year. It's that time of year again. They're going back! It's back to school time at Staples! Over 5,000 supplies at the guaranteed low price. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Staples, yeah, we got that.
Hey everybody, it's September and I wanted to welcome everyone back from their summer vacations and talk a little bit about the process of coming back to school. What you just saw was the 1996 Staples commercial for going back to school. I thought it was really cool back when it came out, and seeing it every year, too bad it's not on anymore, but it just made me laugh because parents are excited, the kids not so much. On August 27th, Kathleen Megan of the Hartford Courant wrote an article about the new way in which one of the schools is revamping. I love how Casimir Pulaski Elementary School in Meriden has extended their day 100 minutes, and they're taking advantage of these 100 minutes and building some fun skills that the kids get to do, and that makes them better in school, that makes their attendance rates rise. It said from the low 90 percentile to the upper 90 percentile of attendance, and they're doing better on tests and things as well. Even though the Jamoke partnership was terminated, I am so proud of Principal Karen Lott, who has found a new way to reinvent the school and allow changes to happen when it comes to the Hartford Jamoke Academy. The article talks about a change in project-based learning and positive behavior systems for students, and an hour of daily collaboration between teaching and a coherent curriculum. This is really important because a lot of districts don't know how to implement a coherent curriculum that makes CBM, or curriculum-based assessment measurement, that much more important. So I'm wringing my hands for this achievement, and I'm sorry for the letdowns, but keep it up. There's so much that I love about the Newington return to school. It starts out talking about free laptops, which is great for students who don't necessarily have the funding to buy their own materials. And the early dismissals kind of confuses me, because remember that article we talked about earlier with the extended days? Well, here's the point. When I was a substitute for Kelly Educational Services and I worked in the New Britain Public Schools, on Thursdays they had a half day, and they used this half day for teachers to have meetings about implementing changes regularly and progress monitoring and that sort of thing. They were all very important meetings, and that's what Newington wants to do. So I think it's a great idea, only once a week, or it should hopefully be a little bit less, more controlled, and it'll talk about the new plans. The Academy of Biomedical Sciences at Martin Kellogg Middle School is implementing a STEM program, and we have heard that STEM is big: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's where the world is headed, and that's where we want to see these kids grow and learn. I really like how William C. Collins talked about high school as being an exploration, because it really is. Kids are still defining themselves and defining their environment before building upon what they want to be. And Collins says, we don't want to trap kids into different tracks. This gives kids an opportunity to take a sequenced program, and if they don't like it, they can switch or take no specialized program at all. Well, no program at all kind of makes me wary. I'm the kind of person who, back when it was 7 classes in high school, I took all 7 until it was mandated that I was only allowed to take 6 of the 7, and the 7th had to be a study hall. I really didn't like that idea. I want to learn as much as possible. So when kids are questioning things, I'd rather see them working and pushing towards being motivated into something. If you don't have any passion, what's the point in living? The Public Safety Academy had its ribbon cutting ceremony this Tuesday, September 16th, and I loved the article about it. I wish that we had gotten an interview with somebody who was kind of ducking the reporter, Michaela Porter, but at Craig Regional Educational Council, the students are taking more classes that are befitting the jobs of today. Some of those jobs include law enforcement, fire, science, and emergency medical services, law, government, and homeland security. And according to one of the students, Olivia Riddick of Manchester, she said, the EMS room, the fire truck simulations, and the mock court room makes it feel like she's already doing it. So I'm happy for Olivia, and I'm happy for those other students that are enjoying the same opportunities. The CDC has mandated when we're required to do vaccines for students. I don't like this because it's telling us what we can and cannot do with our own kids, but it is important because what if these kids contract viruses that are airborne or otherwise contagious? So therein lies the rub. But in the meantime, what I want to discuss is in the second half of the article, back to school checkup. The vision and hearing tests are very important. I didn't get my first pair of glasses until about 3rd grade, and at that time everybody hated glasses, everybody was teasing, and I threw my glasses across the room. Luckily they were plastic and didn't shatter and didn't even scratch. But we have to discuss these things with kids and teach them that these are just tools to help you and you need them. When I was a paraeducator, I had a student who got glasses and did not want to be in his general ed classroom because he didn't want his friends mentioning the glasses. And when we tried to enter the classroom and the other students were very interested, he responded by running the opposite direction. It was all in his head that they were judgmental. They were just curious and wanted to learn more. And that's a typical response for both parties. So teaching acceptance and teaching that these are tools that we need is important. But parents need to know that these are their roles in being a parent, that you need to do these tests and you need to continue to check on your students and make sure that their health is in good condition. It's a kind of surreal to read articles about saving money for back to school. I've always been a saver, so I'll buy the cheapest things that will stand the test of time and save it for years and years to come. Most of my clothes that I've had up until recently, I've had since I was in middle or high school. But back when my sister went to school, she wanted the newest and cutest fashions, and she wanted the price tag. It's all about the price tag, right, Rihanna? But in the article in the Reminder News, it talks about saving money in an interesting way. Going to savers, going to consignment shops, and that sort of thing. And I think this is a great idea because it's still saving the materials and it's reusing it and it's saving you money and kind of saving you the headache of, well, we have to get this fashion, we have to get that fashion. You don't. You have to get clothes that'll fit you, that'll be appropriate for the season and appropriate for the setting. So take a look at the article. With all the positive, there was bound to be some negative. And in an article from August 30th, it talks about a child getting on the wrong bus. And I don't know what to say. The mother's right that she should have been notified when the student said, I can't go on this bus. And there is no excuse. There is some understandability that young kids or kids that are new to a school system, new to an environment, might not know the correct bus, but the parent should have been informed that this is what's going on, and maybe it could have been avoided. So hopefully they're implementing some strategies to prepare and fix that.